प्रविश्यमवाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणाहं नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञा भक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चापि वृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. We'll start from 86. यः प्रैत्यात्मानभिज्ञः श्रुतिविदपि तथा कर्मकृत् कर्मणोऽस्य नाशस्यात् अल्पभोगात् पुनरवतरणे दुःखभोगो महीयान् आत्माभिज्ञस्य लिप्सोः अभिभवति महान् शाश्वतः सिद्धिभोगः ह्यात्मा तस्मादुपास्यः खलु तदधिगमे सर्वसौख्यान्यलिप्सोः सूर्याद्यैरर्थभानम् न हि भवति पुनः केवलैर्नात्र चित्रम् सूर्यात् सूर्यप्रतीतिः न भवति सहसा नापि चन्द्रस्य चन्द्रात् अग्नेरग्नेश्च किन्तु स्फुरतिरविमुखम् चक्षुषश्चित्प्रयुक्तात् आत्मज्योतिस्ततोऽयम् पुरुषैहमहो देवतानां च चित्रम् प्राणेनां भांसि भूयः पिबति पुनरसो अन्नमश्नाति तत्र तत्पाकं जाठरोऽग्निः तदुपहितबलः द्राक्षणैर्वा करोति व्यानः सर्वाङ्गनाडीष्वथनयति रसम् प्राणसन्तर्पणार्थम् निस्सारम् पूतिगन्धम् त्यजति बहिरयम् देहतोपानसंज्ञः व्यापारम् देहसंस्थः प्रतिबपुरखिलम् पञ्चवृत्त्यात्मकोऽसौ प्राणः सर्वेन्द्रियाणाम् अधिपतिरनिशम् सत्तया निर्विवादम् यस्येत्थम् चिद्घनस्य स्फुटमिह कुरुते सोऽस्मि सर्वस्य साक्षी प्राणस्य प्राणयेषोऽप्यखिलतनुभृताम् चक्षुषश्चक्षुरेषः यम् भान्तम् चिद्घनैकम् क्षितिजलपवनादित्यचन्द्रादयो ये भासा तस्यैव तानुप्रविरलगतयः भान्ति तस्मिन् वसन्ति विद्युत्पुञ्जोऽग्निसङ्घोऽप्युडुगणविततिः भासयेत् किम् परेशम् ज्योतिःशान्तम् ह्यनन्तम् कविमजममरम् शाश्वतम् जन्मशून्यम्. So this verse that we just read now, so is primarily inspired by the famous Upanishadic mantra. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam yasya tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. So that is what we were just sharing in the last class. Now we will be reading a very interesting verse which starts with the indication of who a Jivan Mukta is. So how do we characterize a Jivan Mukta? And then what helps one attaining Jivan Mukti? So that is also indicated here. And what one gains by being a Jivan Mukta. So these are three things which are hinted in this verse. So let us read the verse now. This is 91. So in fact, so this is Shatashloki. So in the last 10% now, 91st verse. Tad brahmaivahamasmi tyanubhava uditaha. Tad brahmaivahamasmi tyanubhava uditaha. Tad brahmaivahamasmi tyanubhava uditaha. Yasya kasyapi chedvai. Yasya kasyapi chedvai. Yasya kasyapi chedvai. Pumsashri sadgurunam. Pumsashri sadgurunam. Pumsashri sadgurunam. Atulita karuna purna piyusha drishtya. Atulita karuna purna piyusha drishtya. Atulita karuna purna piyusha drishtya. Jivan muktasayeva.
Jivan muktasayeva. Jivan muktasayeva.
Brahma vidhuramanaha.
Brahma vidhuramanaha. Brahma vidhuramanaha.
Nirgate nadyupadhau. Nirgate nadyupadhau. Nirgate nadyupadhau. Nityanandaikadhama. 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 Pravishati paramam.
Pravishati paramam.
Pravishati paramam. Nashta sandeha vrittihi. Nashta sandeha vrittihi. Nashta sandeha vrittihi. Tad brahmaivahamasmi. The verse begins with the phrase tat. Tat brahmaivahamasmi. Tat. What does it refer to? This pronoun. This refers to whatever description we found in the last quarter of the verse. Shantam hyanantam kavimajam amaram shashvatam janma shunyam. So these are all descriptions which we find in several mantras in Upanishads. That is what we saw in the last class. So this description that we find in Shrutis, tat brahmai tat yad brahma tadeva ahamasmi. So I am not different from that Brahman. Tad brahmaiva ahamasmi tyanubhava uditaha. This is not something which has to be at the scriptural level, but this has to be as one's own experience. So that is what is meant by anubhavaha uditaha. Uditaha means it has sprung up. So it has become so evident to him, and he is always able to dwell in that plane. Anubhava uditaha yasya kasyapi chedvai. So yasya kasyapi, so whoever it is, yasya kasyapi chedvai, yasya kasyapi etadishaha anubhavaha uditaha chet. So that is how we have to understand. Okay. Yasya kasyapi pumsaha. So that is another word that we find in the second quarter. So that pumsaha, so this the other sect should not blame that Acharya is a misogynist. So yasya kasyapi chedvai, so this is just a upalakshana. Yasya kasyapi purushasya striyaha, whatever entity. Yasya kasyapi pumsaha tad brahmaivahamasmiti anubhavaha uditaha chet. And how does this happen? So how does this happen? This anubhava. So how does it happen? So here he says, Shri Sadgurunam Atulita Karuna Purna Piyusha Drishtya. Shri Sadgurunam Atulita Karuna Purna Piyusha Drishtya. So this is something which we will be able to experience. So in front of great people, so the eyes themselves will be really capturing the other. So it is as if nectar flows from the eyes. So that is what is described. Piyusha Drishtya. And what does this mean to me? It means Atulita Karuna Purna. So this Atulita Karuna means something which is incomparable. So this incomparable compassion flowing out of the sight of the Guru like the flow of a nectar. Tad drishtya Shri Sadgurunam. The Sadgurunam, see, Sadgurunam is also, I think right at the beginning he uses this phrase Sadguru, right? Drishtanto naiva drishtaha tribhuvana jatare sadguror jnanadatu. So this is just to eliminate some other people who describe themselves as gurus. So that is why, so this is used. Sadgurunam. So Sadguruhu means Sadvastu pratipadayitum samarthaha yaha guruhu saha sadguruhu. So this is what we need to understand. So Sadguruhu here means Sadvastu pratipadayitum. So the entity which is described as Sat in the Chandogya Upanishad. Sadeva samvedamagre asid egameva tritiyam. So he is Sadguru. In fact, see, there are so many people who are very keen to translate. So verbatim. See, in one place I was just surprised. So somewhere the poet ends the verse by saying, Vakshye satam pritaye. So he says, Vakshye satam pritaye. I am just composing this for the Preeti of Sat. Satam Preetaye. So these people, they translate it as for pleasing all beings which exist. I am not joking. So this is just a PhD thesis I was just reviewing. So Satam Preetaye, Sat means that which has some existence, and therefore for pleasing all existential things. So this is how they translate. Okay. So the Sat has various meanings. Of course, existence is one meaning. Okay. So Sadguru means existing Guru. We cannot just say. Okay. Shri Sadgurunam. So Sadgurunam here refers to Sadvastu Pratipadaitum Ye Samarthaha Te Sadguravaha. Okay, so that is how we need to understand. What is this Sadvastu? The Sadvastu is what is described as Anantam Kavim Majaram Shashvatam Janma Shunyam. So that which is Sadeva Summe Idamagre Asi. Idam means the whole Prapancha, the Adhisthana of the whole Prapancha, which we describe as Brahman. So the one who can explain that. And how do we seek this jnana from the Guru? And this flows out of compassion. But we should prepare ourselves for receiving that grace. And how to prepare? In fact, there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita also. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadalshinaha. So this tattvadarishi is Sadguru. Tattvadarishi is Sadguru. Jnaninaha tattvadarsinaha. In fact, there is an interesting usage in Bhagavad Gita. So jnani, so in various places, he describes, in fact, in one place you will see Jnani Tvatmiva Me Matam. So Jnaninaha here is also qualified by one more adjective, Tatvadarshinaha Jnaninaha. So Jnaninaha here should be understood as the one who has understood the content of the scripture clearly. But those who have understood the content of the scripture and also have put that into practice is a Tattvadarishi. Okay. And this Tattvadarishi as well as a Jnani, so from him if we listen, so then it has a certain impact upon us. So therefore he is saying Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. There are three things. What is that? So Tadvidhi. So Tadvidhi means, so may you understand that. In fact, so this also begins with Tat. Tad Brahmaivahamasmi. So there also he says Tadvidhi. In fact, this word Tat is also described as referring to Brahman itself. In fact, Bhagavad Pada in his commentary somewhere, I don't remember where exactly he makes this statement. So we have a verse also, Om Tat Saditi Nirdeshaha Brahmanas Trividhas Smritaha. So the Brahman is described as Om Tat Sat. Okay. So in one Upanishad it is described as Sat. And this Tat, how does it refer to Brahman? Because any pronoun can be employed to refer to any of the entities. Okay. So any of the entities can be referred to by a pronoun. And Bhagavad Pada there says Taditi Sarva Nama Sarvancha Brahma Tasya Nama Taditi. Therefore, okay, Taditi Sarvanama Sarvancha Brahma Tasmat Brahma Tadchabdena Abhijiyat. Okay. So therefore, this is referring to that Brahman. Now, Tadvidhi, Katham Vidhi. Vidhi means may you understand. Katham Vidhi, Pranipatena Vidhi. So that is the attitude. Pranipataha. Pranipataha is an interesting word. So it has two prefixes before the word patu. So patanam means falling. Okay. So pranipataha means prakarshena nichaihi gatva. So it means sashtanga namaskara. Okay. I think that is how Bhagavad Pada also defines that. Let me see, one second. See, he says, tad vidhi vijanihi kena vidhina prapyate iti acharyavan abhigamya pranipatena prakarshena nichaihi patanam pranipataha dirgha namaskaraha. See, prakarshena nichaihi patanam pranipataha. Okay. So this culture is fast disappearing. So in one place I was just seeing, nowadays, at least in North India, one thing which I see, they will bend at least and then they will do something. Now that has become some semi-bending now, as if they just bend their back. So just to show that as if they do. But even that is something which is felt not necessary, because in one place I was saying, some very elderly person was there, but this person was sort of trained in some other environment, culture. No, this is all just formality, no need to do all that. So this is something. Whereas our Ganti Murti is here. In Telugu they say Dandam Pettu. Dandam Pettu means just fall like a danda. Okay, that is what is meant by pranipataha. So prakarshena nichaihi patanam. Okay, this is a way of expressing our respect, reverence. So therefore he says tadvidhi pranipatena. It's a good exercise. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. So pariprashnaha means putting several questions. Whatever doubts you have, you should feel free to ask. So this also needs training. Pranipata needs training. Pariprashna needs training. Seva needs all the more training. Okay. So that means Sushrusha and so on. Tadvidhi pranipadena pariprashnena sevaya. So these are acts which sort of prepare us for gaining this knowledge. Upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. So here he is saying, Shri Sadgurunam atulita karuna purna piyusha drishtya tad brahmaiva hamasmi tyanubhava uditaha yasya kasyapi chedvai. This is also a very important phrase. So there is absolutely no distinction who can gain this knowledge. So knowledge gaining, so there is absolutely no restriction. Therefore, yasya kasyapi chedvai jivan mukta sayeva. So he is jivan mukta. Jivan muktaha sayeva. Kayeva yasya brahmahamasviti anubhava uditaha. So how does it happen, etc. is described in various places, in various ways. So this jnana, and keeping this in mind only, Bhagavad Pada in his Manisha Panchakam, he says, so Chandalostu sadudvijostu gururityesha manisha mama. In fact, the verse actually goes like this. There is a very interesting verse there. See the second verse in Manisha Panchakam. I'll just tell you, you can repeat. In fact, it almost has similar phrases. Brahmaivahamidam jagatcha sakalam. Brahmaivahamidam jagatcha sakalam. Brahmaivahamidam jagatcha sakalam. Chinmatra vistaritam. Chinmatra vistaritam. Chinmatra vistaritam. Sarvam chaitad avidyaya trigunaya. Sarvam chaitad avidyaya trigunaya. Sarvam chaitad avidyaya trigunaya. Shesham maya kalpitam. Shesham maya kalpitam. Shesham maya kalpitam. Itham yasya dridhamatihi Itham yasya dridhamatihi. Itham yasya dridhamatihi. Sukhatare nitye pare nirmale. Sukhatare nitye pare nirmale. Sukhatare nitye pare nirmale. Chandalostu satudvijostu. Chandalostu satudvijostu. Chandalostu satudvijostu. Gururit Isha manisha mama. Gururit Isha manisha mama. Gururit Isha manisha mama. What does he say? Brahmaivaham. So this verse starts with Tad Brahmaivaham asmi. Brahmaivaham. Second, I am Brahman. Then what is this that you see in front of you? So that is also Brahman. Idam jagatcha. Whatever you see here is also that. That is why Sadashiva Brahmendra Sarvam Brahmamayam. That is what is Brahmaivaham idam jagatcha sakalam. Then what is it that we understand? How do we understand this? Chinmatra vistaritam. It is essentially the manifestation of one conscious being into various forms. Chinmatra vistaritam. Sarvam chaitad avidyaya trigunaya. In fact, this verse we have to explain in great detail. I think I will skip that. So, sarvam chaitad avidyaya trigunaya shesham maya kalpita. So, you have created some world out of you. There is something else. So, all these are beautifully stated in one single verse. And the import here is Itham yasya dridhamatihi. Itham yasya dridhamatihi. So one whose conviction is firmly established. Okay. So there is no doubt here. In fact, you will see in the later part of the verse, he just says, Nashta sandeha vrittihi brahma vidhuramanaha. So these are the phrases that we find here. Itham yasya dridhamatihi. Dridhamatihi means absolutely unassailable. Itham yasya dridhamatihi. Where is it established? Sukhatare nitye pare nirmale. Sukhatare nitye pare nirmale. In fact, it is described as Sukharupa. It is described as Nitya. Okay. In fact, we have this verse, no? There is a Karika, there is a mantra in Kathopanishad. Nityo nityanam chetanaschetananam eko bahunam yo vidadhati kaman tamatmastham yeno pashyanti dhiraha tesham sukham tesham shanti shashvati netaresham. That is how it is. Nityo nityanam chetanaschetananam. So in fact, this Nitya is to be understood. In fact, even the previous verse we had something like Shashvatam. There are so many things which are Shashvatam when compared to our own lives. So the earth is Shashvatam. So many things may keep changing in the earth. But as such you can conceive earth to be Shashvatam. But this earth is ashashvatam compared to certain other things which are much bigger than the earth, compared to Surya, for instance. And Surya itself is ashashvata. Right? So they are shashvata as we conceive of. As we conceive of. So we cannot think of. But then, so scientists keep trying to find out what is the life of the sun. So they are also Ashashvata, and therefore he is described as Nityo Nityanam. Nityo Nityanam. Chetanaha Chetananam. So this Chaitanyam that we see is provided by this conscious being in all beings. Chetanas-chetananam yeko bahunam yo vidadhati kaman tamatmastham yenu pashyanti dhiraha. Sometimes Shruti describes these people as dhiraha. Okay, dhiraha, which means those who are not simply carried away by worldly things. Okay, so that is what is meant by dhiraha. Tamatmastham yenu pashyanti dhiraha. For them, tesham shantihi shashvati netaresham. So for them, shanti is firmly established all the time. Naitaresham. For others, there may be shanti. Once they are able to accomplish what they were seeking for several years, that may be there for a short-lived shanti may be there. But long-lived and permanent shanti is not there. Tesham shanti shashvati netaresham. So that is what is being described here in this verse. Nityanandaikadhama pravishati. Nityanandaikadhama pravishati. So this person, so who is firmly established, so the one who understands that Nityo Nityanam as Ahamasmi, so as it is described as Shashvatam Janma Shunyam as Ahamasmi, for him Shanti is firmly established. Nityahanandaikadhama pravishati paramam nashta sandeha vrittihi paramam nityanandaikadhama. Okay, so we know various domains, various instances wherein we also get into Ananda Dhama, but this is not Shashvatam. So that is why Pravishati Nityanandaikadhama, not Anityanandaikadhama. Nityanandaikadhama Pravishati. And the hetu for all this is, he says, Nashta sandeha vrittihi brahma vidhuramanaha nirgatena anadyupadhau. So this anadyupadhi, so we are associated with a variety of upadhis, but this upadhi in the form of ajnana is anadyupadhi. So this anadyupadhi, so is ajnana. And ajnanam is completely gone through the jnana of the Sad Brahma blessed by Sadguru. Okay, so Sad Brahma blessed by Sadguru. Sadguru atulita karuna purna piyusha drishtya praptam yat jnanam. So what does it do? That jnana finishes this anadyupadhi, avidya, and thereby brahma vidhuramanaha nashta sandeha vrittihi. So it is also important to understand what Acharya implies by this nashta sandeha vrittihi brahma vidhuramanaha. In Vedanta we have this three-step process. So this three-step process that we have is Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana. So the Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana, so they are helping us in getting rid of the various sandehas that can arise. So the various sandehas that can arise are being hinted by nashta sandeha vrittihi. What are the various sandehas that can arise? In fact, the definition of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana goes like this. So Shravanam is, so there are various ways in which one can define Shravanam. So simply one can say it is hearing. But in the context of Vedanta, we will call it as Tatparya Nirnayanukulo Vyaparaha. Okay? Tatparya Nirnayanukulo Vyaparaha Shravanam. So Tatparya Nirnayanukulo Vyaparaha means, so in order to understand that this is exactly the import of all these Shrutis. So that is what is Shravana. And then that gets firmly established in us only by Yukti Chintanam. And therefore, this Mananam is the second step. After understanding the Tatparya of the Shrutis, then in order to see that Sandehas never arise, so then you do this Yukti Chintanam. And this Prameya, which is Atman, so Prameya Gata Sandeha Nivrittihi. In fact, one can call as Pramanagata Sandeha Nivrittihi, Prameya Gata Sandeha Nivrittihi. So through Nyaya Chintanam, so this is what we call as Mananam. And Nididhyasanam is, so Viparita Bhavana Nivrittihi. So there are various vasanas which are there. Those vasanas may repeatedly crop up. So in order to eradicate them, some other thing is done, and therefore we call it as Nididhyasanam and so on. So these are hinted by Acharya by these phrases. Brahma Vidhura Manaha. The word Vidhura. So Vidhura refers to someone who has lost his wife. So this is how the word Vidhura is used. So for a Stree you will describe as Vidhava. For a Purusha you will describe as Vidhuraha. Okay. So Dhuhu in a sense is Bhara, and Bhara Nivritti. One can understand the phrase like this. One kind of a burden if you want to describe it that way. Anyway, so Vidhuraha is the frame that is used. So Brahma Vidhura Manaha. So the Brahma, these, so great burden. So that is completely removed from the mind. Jivan Muktasayeva Brahma Vidhura Manaha Nirgate Anadyupadhau Nitya. So this Sharira etc. need not be described as Anadyupadhi. They are Sadhyupadhi. You know when it came to existence. You know. So these are things which are known. So but Avidya, from when we don't know. Okay. Avidya tachito huryogaha shadasma kamanadayaha. So this is described as Anadyupadhi. Nityahanandaikadham apravishati paramam nashta sandeha vrittihi. Let us read the verse. तद्ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मीत्यनुभव उदितः यस्य कस्यापि चेद्वै पुंसः श्रीसद्गुरूणाम् अतुलितकरुणा पूर्णपीयूषदृष्ट्या जीवन्मुक्तः स एव भ्रमविधुरमनाः निर्गतेनाद्युपाधौ नित्यानन्दैकधामप्रविशति परमं नष्टसन्देहवृत्तिः. Let us read one more verse. No deho nendriyani.
No deho nendriyani. No deho nendriyani.
Ksharamati chapalam.
Ksharamati chapalam. Ksharamati chapalam.
No mano naiva buddhihi. No mano naiva buddhihi. No mano naiva buddhihi. Prano naivahamasmi. Yakhila jadamidam. प्राणो नैवाहमस्मीत्यखिलजडमिदं प्राणो नैवाहमस्मीत्यखिलजडमिदं वस्तुजातं कथं स्याम् वस्तुजातं कथं स्याम् वस्तुजातं कथं स्याम् नाहंकारो न दाराः
नाहंकारो न दाराः नाहंकारो न दाराः
गृहसुतसुजनक्षेत्रवित्तादिदूरम्
गृहसुतसुजनक्षेत्रवित्तादिदूरम्
क्षेत्रवित्तादिदूरम् साक्षी चित्प्रत्यगात्मा
साक्षी चित्प्रत्यगात्मा साक्षी चित्प्रत्यगात्मा
निखिलजगदधिष्ठानभूतः शिवोऽहम् निखिलजगदधिष्ठानभूतः शिवोऽहम् निखिलजगदधिष्ठानभूतः शिवोऽहम्. So what is described in this verse is essentially the jnana that arises through Guru Upadesha, which issues out into action. So that is what is being described here in this verse. So this anadi avidyarupa upadhi nivrittau, whatever jnana that arises is being shared in this verse. Perhaps as an experience of Bhagavad himself. So Shivoham. So there are various verses which end with this. Shivoham, Shivoham. So here he is just listing. No deho nendriyani ksharamati chapalam no mano naiva buddhi prano naivahamasmi tyakhila jadamidam vastujatam katham syam no dehaha no dehaha. So dehaha no. So no here should be understood as, okay, no only in English, but aham na. Okay, so that aham should be added, which is there in the second quarter of the verse. Aham deho na. So na, no, they are one and the same. No dehaha aham. Then indriyani aham na nendriyani. No deho nendriyani. Then ksharamati chapalam. How do you split? Ksharam ati chapalam. So ksharam ati chapalam, that is how we have to split here. Of course you can describe it as ksharamati, but that is a different thing. Ksharam ati chapalam, this goes as an adjective to manaha. So the manaha which is described as ksharam ati chapalam. So it is ksharam ati chapalam. So ati chapalam is a description of how it keeps on oscillating from one thing to other thing. Okay, completely wavering in nature. Okay, so that is what is described as ati chapalam. And ksharam also means something which decays. Okay, so ksharati means something which continuously decays. That is what is called ksharati. In fact, nakshatra itself comes from that. So ksharam ati chapalam. So why is it described as ksharam? So this buddhi, as we easily realize by the time you become 40, 50, So the capacity to retain things keeps going down. And by 70, 80, it will be far more going down. And 80, 85, much more. So therefore, this is of kshara nature. Okay? So that which keeps losing things. So ksharam ati chapalam, and of course it decays in various ways. Ksharam ati chapalam manaha annaiva buddhi. So not even manaha, but also buddhi. Buddhi is a certain aspect of this antahkaranam by which you are able to take certain firm decisions. So naiva buddhi. Then prano naivahamasmi. I am not even prana. Prano naivahamasmi yakhila jadamidam vastujatam katham syam. Normally we have a tendency to associate ourselves with the sharira, and it is for this reason we do various things for this sharira, okay, to make it look different. So therefore, this identification with sharira is something which is very evident. Okay, so I am short, I am long, I am brahmana. So there are various kinds of things. Okay. So therefore, he is just saying you discard one by one, but it is not what I am. No dehaha nendriyani ksharamati chapalam no mano. No mano, because so we also superimpose the various states of mind upon us. So aham sukhi, aham dukhi, so aham vyasani sarvada. So all that, so that is also discarded. No mano naiva buddhi. But for me, this institution would not have progressed. But for that decision which I took. Therefore, that buddhi naiva buddhi. Prano, this I have seen. Means there is a certain phrase in Tamil. So this I have seen. So repeatedly being said by some people. But for me, how could have he come up? But for that decision. So these are all things which have to be discarded. Therefore, naiva buddhi prano naivahamasmi. Akhila jadamidam vastujatam katham syam. Okay, how can I identify myself with various other things, jada padarthas? So these are at least connected with chetana. Okay. So then he further says, nahankaro nadaraha. Daraha refers to wife. Nahankaro nadaraha. In fact, we have this phrase in Ajasa Bhashya. Putra mitradishu vikaleshu sakaleshu va ahameva vikalas sakalo va. So, putra mitradishu vikaleshu sakaleshu va ahameva vikalas sakalo va. So, this superimposition that we have, so is being slowly discarded here. Nahankaro nadaraha. Then he further says, Grihasuta sujana kshetra vitadi dhuram. Grihasuta sujana kshetra vitadi. Okay. What a beautiful house. How long? Grihasuta sujana kshetra vitadi. Suta is son. Sujana. So certain association with some good people. Kshetra Vittadi. I have a huge farmhouse. So huge garden, etc. etc. Vittadi Duram. Then what are you? Sakshi Chit Pratyagatma. So I am that entity who is able to witness all these things. That is what we saw even in the previous verses. Sakshi Chit Swarupaha Pratyagatma Nikhila Jagadadhisthana Bhutaha Shivoham. So this Nikhila jagat adhisthana bhutaha. So this is where the yukti comes. So this manana part, if we say Nikhila jagat adhisthana bhutaha. Adhisthana bhutaha means the one who is the locus for all this that we are able to observe. Okay? The one who sustains all this that we observe. So whatever be that entity, that chidrupa, so that sadrupa, so that entity is what we refer to as adhisthana. Okay? Nikhila jagad adhisthana bhutaha shivaha aham. Nikhila jagad adhisthana bhuta shivoham. Aham tat shivaha. So I am not all this. So why are you describing that? Because you are able to perceive all things, and all these things are known to be perishing, whereas this is one imperishable thing. Okay, so there is no kshara for the I notion. So there is no chapalatvam for the I notion. It doesn't waver. Okay, so whereas all other things, even in the sharira, they keep changing. So the other houses keep changing, wives keep changing, putra's behavior keeps changing. So various things keep changing. Okay. So no deho nendriyani. In fact, this is a description of one's own anubhava, a tattva jnana. Okay. And this Jivan Mukta's anubhava, which has been sort of shared here in this verse, is beautifully shared in a couple of verses in Mahabharata. So I just wanted to share that with you before we once again come back to this verse. So this Mahabharata has a couple of very interesting examples. So there he says, you just repeat the verse. Yatharurush Shringamatho Puranam. Yatharurush Shringamatho Puranam. Yatharurush Shringamatho Puranam. Yatharurush Shringamatho Puranam. Hitva tvacham vapyurago yathache. Hitva tvacham vapyurago yathache. Hitva tvacham vapyurago yathache. Vihaya gacchatyanavekshamanaha. Vihaya gacchatyanavekshamanaha. Vihaya gacchatyanavekshamanaha. Tatha vimukto vijahati dukkham. Tatha vimukto vijahati dukkham. Tatha vimukto vijahati dukkham. Yatha ruruhu. Ruruhu refers to the kind of a deer, mule, buck deer. Ruruhu Shringam yatha Puranam hitva. Shringam means the horns. We call it as antlers, I think. So the antlers, so they just drop. They would have grown, okay. So that will look like the branch of a tree. So various things will be there. And it will just shake. And one by one they will completely get dropped. Yatha ruruhu shringam atho puranam hitva. Similarly, tvacham vapyurago yathache. Uragaha refers to serpent. Urasa gacchati iti uragaha. Uragaha tvacham. So it will leave the skin. Okay. So it will leave the skin and then it will just keep moving. Okay. Complete skin, which will look like serpent. Tvachom atho yathache hitva tvacham vapyurago yathache. Vihaya gachat ityanavekshamanaha. Anavekshamanaha means it will not turn back and look where it got dropped, etc. etc. Okay? So it just dropped. Vihaya gacchati anavekshamanaha means absolutely not caring for. Okay? So similarly, he says, Vimukto vijahati dukkham tatha vimukto vijahati dukkham. Vimuktaha kaha ajnanad vimuktaha yaha jivan muktaha na jaha tatha. Similarly, tatha vimukto vijahati dukkham. So dukkham or any event that just has happened. Okay? So either the event or the dukkha, so all of them are completely dropped by him, just as they drop and they don't look back. Okay? Similarly, there is another beautiful example here. Drumam yatha vapyudake patantam. Drumam yatha vapyudake patantam. Drumam yatha vapyudake patantam. Utsrijya pakshi nipatatyasaktaha. Utsrijya pakshi nipatatyasaktaha. Utsrijya pakshi nipatatyasaktaha. Tatha hyasau sukha dukkhe vihaya. Tatha hyasau sukha dukkhe vihaya. Tatha hyasau sukha dukkhe vihaya. Muktah parardhyam gatimetyalingaha. Muktah parardhyam gatimetyalingaha. Muktah paradhyam gatimetyalingaha. So the second shloka, just they are in continuous sequence. Dhruvam yathava pyudake patantam. This is very natural. See, this is how these people are able to bring in beautiful similes. It is quite common that you will find trees uprooting themselves and falling into the water, which are on the banks of huge rivers. The birds might be dwelling in those trees, but then the moment there are some chatapata sound, the moment it is going to fall into the river, the birds just leave, and then they don't really care for. Okay? So this is just it was a dwelling place for us. So here he says, Drumam yatha vapyudake patantam utsrijya pakshi. The bird which was remaining there for a short while, utsrijya pakshi nipatatyasaktaha. There is no sakti for the bird. In fact, I was just seeing, so even this, there is a small flower plant in the front of the house. So the bird just started even making some nest, etc., etc. So it was doing for a long period of time, so for a few days. But then it just left. Something happened. So anyway, so we were able to see. This is a very interesting phenomenon, so from which we can learn a lesson. Asaktaha. That's what he said. Nipatatyasaktaha tatha hyasau sukha dukkhe vihaya. Completely leaving out muktah paradhyam gatimetyalingaha. So what is to be done in order to achieve this state? Just one verse from Vivek Chudamani. See, this is a very beautiful thing. So there we have Naham jivah param brahmet. Repeat. Naham jivah param brahmet. Naham jivah param brahma.
Naham jivah param brahma. Naham jivah param brahma.
Param brahma ityatadvyavritti purvakam. it is better to say together. Naham jivah param brahmetyatadvyavritti purvakam. Naham jivah param brahmetyatadvyavritti purvakam. Vasana vegatah praptas swadhyayabhyasanam kuru. There are a few verses which say Swadhyayabhyasanam kuru. Swadhyasapanayam kuru. Swadhyasapanayam kuru. Swadhyasa apanayam kuru. In fact, Naham jivaha param brahma. So in fact this verse was starting like that. If you remember, Tad brahmi vahamasmiti. So this anubhava will come once you do this anusandhana. So Anubhava does not just arise like this. Anubhava arises out of Anusandhanam. And what is the Anusandhanam that is to be done? Naham jivah param brahmeti atadvyavritti purvakam. So the second verse that we read is essentially atadvyavrittihi. So na tat atat. So tat refers to Brahman, as I was mentioning. Na tat atat atadvyavrittihi means nishedha. Brahma bhinnasya nishedha. Okay? Aham brahmaivasmi means aham brahma bhinno nasmi. So this is what atadvyavritti purvakam. So whatever seems to be different from me, I am not so. So that you have to just get rid of. Atadvyavritti purvakam vasana vegatah praptas svadhyasapanayam kuru. This vasana vegatah praptas svadhyasapanayam kuru. In fact, this is a very interesting verse in Vivekachudamani. So here it says vasana vegatah praptas svadhyasapanayam kuru. This vasana vegatah can be understood in two ways. One is this vasana that we generate through this anusandhana that has a certain momentum to knock off the other things. Okay? So to knock off the adhyasa that we have. So yetad vasana vegataha prapta adhyasasya apanayam kuru. Other way is Vasana vegatah praptasya adhyasasya apanayam kuru. So this anadya vidya vasana vegatah praptaha yaha adhyasaha tasya apanayam kuru. And for both of them, what we need is essentially this Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana. So that is what is basically described in these two verses, both as Upadesha as well as Swanubhava. So let us read this verse. No deho nindriyani ksharamati chapalam no mano naiva buddhihi prano naivahamasmi tyakhila jadamidam vastujatam katham syam. How can I be? Very good. Nahankaro nadaraha grihasuta sujana kshetra vittadi dhuram sakshi chit pratyagatma nikhila jagadadhisthana bhuta shivoham. Om sarve prasakhinas santu sarve santu niramayaha सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ